Okay, grade 12. This is page 60 from the JPEGD workbook for grade 12. So this is an isometric drawing question. So I'll just start off by reading through the questions given. We are given the front view, top view, and the left view of a jig with a cutting plane AA. And we're also given the position of point S on the drawing sheet. So instructions: use scale 1:1 and convert the orthographic views of the jig into a sectional isometric drawing using cutting plane AA that is given. Point 1, make S the lowest point of the drawing, show all necessary construction, no hidden detail is required. Okay, so we are given the top view, the front view, and the left view of a jig, and we are also given the cutting plane AA as indicated there, and the cutting plane is labeled AA. So I've just highlighted this portion here because obviously that means this section will be removed, right? Okay, so obviously this is my answer sheet. I've drawn something already in light construction, and I also drew the two auxiliary views, but I'll get to that. So I'll start with the isometric drawing. So obviously I just checked the drawing. So if you check from the left view, this surface there, it's shaped like a side view of a chair. So I just drew that surface here in light construction. Obviously I used the given measurements because this surface on our right view, not our right view, on our front view, this surface is right over there on that line, right? Okay, and I also drew this L shape, this side, right, on my right hand side, as you can see there, and obviously I used the measurements given there. Okay, so the height of this surface is given, it's 40, so from here going up is 40, and then this part here it's 25, and also this part is 25, so it's 25, 25, and the height of the base is given from our front view there, so it's 20. So that means from here to there is 20. I draw a line going to my left hand side, and I draw a line as well this side. Okay, and then the height of this L shape here of that surface, where is it? Obviously we are not given the height, but if you check here, we are given that from here to there it's 40, and when you look at our left view, that small part there it's 10, so obviously even down here it's 10. So I added this 10 and the 10 here, which is 20, and I also added this 40, which is 60. So that means from here going up there it's 60. So from here going up is 60 plus the 20 millimeters going down. That means the total height here it's 80. Okay, so now I'll just try and draw the surface, but remember we are cutting this object there. So now I'll just cut this surface, right? So obviously from here to there it's given it's 80, and we are cutting the object in the middle. So that means from here to there, okay, it's not half of 80, but if you check this measurement here, from here to there is 17, and for this square here we are given that from here to there it's 40. So obviously the cutting plane is in the middle there, so that means I'll add this 20, right, plus that 17, right? So I'll add the 20 with the 17, so the answer is 37. So I'll measure 37 from this point going up. So I'll take my ruler, measure 37. 37 is right there. Okay, and then I'll just draw a vertical line there. Okay, so that means this part now is cut off, so that means I can just only draw this surface. So I'll just draw this in using outlines. Okay, just like that, because obviously I've cut this object somewhere there in the middle. Okay, so now I do have this surface. So now what I can do is I can just project this points up using my 30 by 60 ruler. So I'll just project that up, that point, this point, and that point there. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now I'll just come back to my drawing. So if you check here, we have this distance from here to where that line or edge of this prism, the square prism starts. So from here to there it's 30 millimeters. So I can just measure 30 there and mark a point there and draw a line there, light construction, right? Okay, so that means this line, it's this line, right? So I'm trying to draw this prism, this square prism. So obviously this is the base of the prism. So obviously from here to there it's 40, and obviously I do have the center point. That center point is this one. So that means I'll measure 20 going up, 20 going down. Okay, so I'll mark off 20 there, 20 there. Okay, so now I'll just draw a square there in light construction. So this square is the base of that square prism. So I'll mark off 40 there, because this measurement it tells us that all the sides of the square are equal, and are equal to 40 millimeters. So obviously I'll just draw a square of 40 millimeters. So this is my square. Okay, so this is the base of the prism part. Okay, so now I'll have to draw this top surface there, and the height of this prism. Are we given the height of that prism? Let's check. Okay, obviously the prism is from there, from the base of this object, going up all the way to that height there. So remember, from here to there it's 60. So what I can do is I must find the center point of this prism. So obviously from here I'll mark off 20 there. This is the center point, and then I can just draw a vertical line, and on that line I'll just measure 40, because not 40, I'll measure 60, because this 60 is the height of that prism part. Okay, from there that means this is the center point of the top surface, right? So now I do have the center point of this surface. So now what I can do from that point, I can just draw two lines using my 30 by 60 set square, right, like that. Okay, and then from there the sides of this surface, or this shape, which is the square, it's given it's 20. So all the sides of this shape is 20. So from this center point I'll mark off 10 going down, 10 going up. Do the same thing on this line, 10 going up, 10 going down. Then now I can just draw my square in light construction, like that, like that. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so now I do have my square there. As you can see, these are the 4 points of the square, right? Okay, so now I'll have to draw that surface using solid lines. So remember, we are cutting this object right there. That means this small section there will be cut out. So that means I'll only draw this part, this L shape only. So obviously that L shape is there, so I can just draw that L shape right away, It's like that. So this is the L shape. So this section is cut out. So I only drew this part only. Okay. And then from there, I'll do the same thing for that square, the base of this prism, right? So obviously we've cut out this section, right? So I do have this point on my drawing. This point is this one, right? And then what about this point? I don't have this point yet, but if I can just project a line from the center point there down, that means I do have that point is right there. So that means this square part there is cut out. I will only draw this line up to there and also the side up to there. Okay, so I'll just draw that in like that, and also draw this in like that. So now I can't draw this part because this part is cut out. Okay, and then from there, let me check my drawing there. So now I do have this line, that edge, and also this edge. So now what I can do is I can just connect this points and this point. Because I do have this point and that point, those 2 points are here. This is the base point and this is the point at the top. So I can just connect the two. Like that, and also this 2. Like that. So I was going to also connect this point with that point, but now obviously we've cut out that section, right? So I can't draw this now, but now I'll have to connect this point with that base point there. Like that. And also those 2 points. Like that. So obviously this is the cut surface, and I will also draw a line there. So for now I'll just draw a line from there up to there. I'll just draw it up to there for now. Okay, so this is the cut surface, these 2 surfaces here. Okay, let's look at our drawing. So now I'm done with this section, so I'll move to this part, right? This L shape surface there. So I'll try to draw that surface right over there, because now so far I've drawn that L shape in light construction. So this shape I do have it, right? So now what I can do is I will have to get this part, this opening there. Are we given the distance from here to there? No, we are not given, right? And where is this opening from our top view there? That opening is right there. It's these 2 points, right? And if you check from this point, there's a line going up, and this side there's a line going up. So this shape here, it's a half hexagon shape. It's the half part of a hexagon. So that means I can just draw this hexagon as my auxiliary view so that I can get this distance, right? And also we are given that this angle here of that line is 60. So obviously a hexagon, this side is at an angle of 60. So I can just quickly draw this half part of the hexagon. So already I've drawn my auxiliary view there, as you can see. So because this hexagon is from this point to that point, and remember this square, the sides are 40, so from here to there it's 40 millimeters. So I drew a horizontal line, right, and I measured 40, and then obviously the half of 40 is 20, so I got my center point there, right? And then after that we are given that from here to this line is 17, so I just measured 17, I drew another line, a horizontal line, and then from there, obviously, because we are given that the angle of this line is 60, what I did is I just took my ruler, I placed it like this. From that point of the center line there, I just drew a line down. Did the same thing this side. I drew a line from that point going down, and then automatically I got these 2 points, right? And then I just drew this shape. Okay, so now it's time for us to place this auxiliary view on our isometric drawing. So now obviously I must first get this center lines on our isometric drawing, and then we can just place the auxiliary view. So now for this center line, where is it on our drawing? That center line is right here. I can just extend this line to there. So this is the center line, which is this one. And then what about this one? We do have the center line, it's this line, right? Okay, so now I do have this point. This point is this one, right? Okay, and please don't forget that we are cutting this object there. So that means this section, this side is cut out, is removed. So that means I'll just try to draw this part only of our auxiliary view, right? So this point is this one, so I can just measure this measurement and place it there. So this distance is 10.5, so that means I'll have to measure and mark it there. 10.5 is there. So obviously this point will just be connected to that one. So now I do have this point, it's there. So obviously this point is this one there, so I can just connect the two, right? Okay, so why am I connecting those 2 points? Because obviously if you check from the top view there, it's this 2, right? So I'll have to connect that that section like that. Okay, so remember I was trying to draw this part, right? This opening, right? So because now I do have this point is this one. So now I'll have to find out what's the height of this part, right? So if I check here, okay, we are given that from the baseline going up, it's 8 millimeters. So that means from that point on our drawing, I can just draw a vertical line like that and measure 8 from that line there going up there, and then I can just draw a line like that, and from this center point I can just draw a vertical line. So that opening, this opening, right, is right there, but the other section obviously is cut out. There's no need for me to draw that other part, so I can only draw this part here. So I'll just draw the horizontal, not the horizontal, the vertical line there, and draw the horizontal line there of the opening, just like that. And if you check, this part is like it's a hole or a channel, right? So obviously it goes, this point is right there, right? So that part there, it goes in by that distance. So that means from that point I have to draw a line going down, this point a line going down as well. Okay, so I can just project it down, that point there down, and then the height, I can just project this point to that vertical line there. So this is the height, right? So I can just project this point as well to that vertical line there using my 30 by 60 set square, like that. So obviously that point, it goes in to there, and then I can just connect these 2 points. So I can just draw that edge there, connect this 2 like that, and also draw this edge there like that, and this edge there, and also this part like that. Okay, and then from here I can just draw a line all the way that side. Okay, so now I can draw this L-shaped surface, this one. Obviously, let me just do like this. The cutting plane is right there, right? So I can just add a cutting plane on our front view there. So it's like we have cut this object there, right? That means I'll only draw this surface only, and then this one obviously is cut out. So from here I can just draw a line like that. Then I'll just draw a line all the way to that point up there, and this point I'll just draw it up to there, and then I just draw a vertical line up to that point there, like that, like that, like that. Okay, so now I'm done with that surface. That surface is this one up to there. So obviously I couldn't draw this because this part, it's right there inside, not on the same line as this surface, right? This part here, it's this circular part there, up there. So I'll just draw that part after, when I'm done with this section here. So now, because I have these points, I can just project those points up to my left hand side using my 30 by 60 set square. So I can just draw my construction line there, project that point as well, and that point up there. Okay, oh, let me just project this point. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now let me just complete my cut surfaces here so that I can just hatch those surfaces right away. So obviously here I have to connect those two. So I'll just draw a line there, like that, right? And remember here I had an opening. So obviously this half part is cut out, right? So what I can do is I can just project this point up and also this point, because I want to check if this will connect with this somewhere there. I want to see the connection of these two lines, right? Okay, so where they connect, it's a point, right, like that, and then this vertical line will be somewhere there. So I'll just draw that in there. Okay, and then obviously from this point, which is this one, there is a line going up. So from that point I'll just draw a line going up. Okay, and then there I have that vertical line there, that. So that means from this cut surface I will just draw something like that. So I'll just draw this part there, from this corner there, and also draw this there, like that, and then draw this vertical part. So this is the cut surface